Hey.
Hello.
Let's see. Did it go through?
Yeah, we are live.
Okay, I had to refresh my page.
Same as.
But, yeah, it
Well,
looks.
it says we're live, but actually, okay, maybe I
Yeah,
need to
I
refresh.
can see us on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Cool.
I don't know if your delay is the same as mine. I seem to be about 3 to 4 seconds behind.
Yeah, it's no biggie. It's just.
It happens. We will take it in our stride.
But it looks like we've got a good turnout. I see Queenie sent a message through, Mark's Monsters, Arthur, who I don't think I've met them yet.
I put out a pimp tweet about an hour ago saying you were going live. I tagged all and sundry, so. And I might, I'm going to fucking send out another one as well. Oh.
We know what you're like, Trash. You like to make sure that everybody's taken care of.
Dude, the way you say it made me sound like fucking Don Carleon, who takes care of everyone.
Just don't ask what he does with the rubs.
Probably have too many windows open. This thing's looks like it froze.
Refresh it.
Yeah, I don't know if my message to Queenie went through. I don't see it in the live chat. So I don't know if you got it or not, or if they got it or not.
Hey,
This one cut up. That's just being funny.
ooh, I don't think she's in the live chat anymore.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to at her in the live chat, and it only at people who are actually watching.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to direct message her?
If you want to, yeah, that's cool. If not, no biggie.
No, I'll message her. And
yeah, I mean, like I said, I know she's been going through some stuff right now, so I don't know if maybe she just. I'm not too sure.
No, she's like she is having a hard go of it. But I know she's streaming on Twitch, so maybe she might be able to like. She might have a second win with streaming. I'll see. I'll ask. It's up to herself, sure.
Yeah, and then I forget not to mention stuff. So I mean, I don't know if she even feels comfortable with us talking about that or not. So.
Yeah, sometimes it's best to not talk about some subjects unless we're absolutely sure they're okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go more. Oh, she's not on Twitch. But as we said, at the moment, all we can say is, Queenie, if you want to jump on, please do. If not, we all completely understand, and I think Kara completely understands as well. I keep on forgetting I'm using my phone, so every time I tap on my phone, it moves.
That's funny. Trash is going to make them an offer they can't refuse.
I'm gonna make you an. I can't do it. What's the word? I'm gonna make you an
Italian meal. I'm gonna make you some fucking linguine.
I'll make you an Italian meal. Quite literally, jump into the grinder.
Yeah, she wants to know if you have room, and I said I'm going to tell her yes.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Do you have the link, or do you need me to forward it to her?
I think you left it in friendly friends, so I can pass it on directly to herself, and bing, bada boom.
Okay.
Bing, bada boom, Queenie. We'll see you soon. Trying to be in a playful mood today.
Done and dusted.
So, what persona is this outfit with the hat, or is it just trying out something new?
This is a costume I made for one of Trash's streams, where he did a costume where it was sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
we done a
I
sci-fi horror themed one, and we kind of who was it? Bronco Juggler said he didn't know if he had entered Mad Max or Sex Club stream. We were all
Yeah.
fucking kidding out.
But yeah, I thought, well, why not? So let's go for a dark steampunk train warden, shall we? Don't have your ticket? Fine. Into the River sticks with you.
I think the best steampunk show I've seen in a long time is Into the Badlands. I would classify that as steampunk.
I've got to give you that one. It is steampunk.
Oh, question, Cara. Would you watch a horror movie based around a killer Uber driver?
I don't know if that would work because I know they send everyone through background checks before they accept them, but it'd be interesting.
I'm writing a story, and I done a bit of research. When they started off, there was a guy who was a fucking convicted pedophile who got a gig as an Uber driver, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Me.
Their screening was absolutely garbage to begin with. Like, one girl, she was shocked she got the job. Like, not that she had done anything, but she got screened. She got screened on a Thursday, and she got her license on the Friday morning. It was just that quick.
Anyone can tell you a proper background check takes about 2 weeks for a light level and 3 months for deep.
But I like the concept of you, like, with a taxi driver. I don't know, it's more company thing, but you're getting into a stranger's car. You're technically getting into a vehicle that this person has personally.
Maybe I'd be more interested maybe in a movie where the act of being an Uber driver is what drives a person to kill. Because he drives people's home drunk on their nice Valentine's date, and he doesn't get that. So he goes home and he's all upset and he rages, and it's called, I don't know, like Uber.
Obviously, I couldn't use the name fucking Uber because I'd be sued into the next fucking century. But genuinely, I find, like, even as a Black Mirror episode or something, I think it'd be interesting because, like, you could. It would be the perfect opportunity for someone to get out their car.
Package and Uber when you ride with other people and it's cheaper.
Yeah, the pool.
They call it pool. That's the name of the movie, Pool.
That could work.
All right.
Ooh,
an
idea.
He pulls them. He doesn't drop them off, but he pulls them. He takes them to a warehouse where he all ties them up.
So he only does it when he has like 2 or more.
So he has like a whole pool of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, guys, as well, like, Uber drivers can decide who they pick up. Could you imagine someone like Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy with a victim app or something like? Wouldn't that be fucking insane? Sorry, Deacon. Sorry, dude.
That's all right. I was about to say what you could do with the. I have a throat today. What you could do with the movie idea is it's an Uber driver who is chasing that 5-star review. So every time he has a troublesome customer, he kills them, uses their thumb to open up their phone, and gives himself a 5-star review.
Because I was going to say, I think there was a movie in the mid-90s. It was, I think, Bone Collector. I think the killer was a taxi driver.
Yeah. It was Angelina Jolie, Denzel Washington, and Leland Oyser from Alien Resurrection was the guy who was the killer.
Yeah. I know for because we were told by a certain Uber driver when we were doing a poll ride. Do you remember? She said that she just recently started Ubering, so they didn't let her decide who she was picking up or where she was going. The map would only just
Right, yeah.
show the way. So that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it didn't tell her like what part of town she was going. It was just, she just accepted the job or not.
Yeah.
You gotta feel sorry for that lady if she gets kind of like, can you come pick me up? I'm on this deep, dark end of the pier in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think there's something to go there. Look, I don't even mind talking about it aloud when someone watches it, because it's inevitably going to get made. It's inevitably going to have some fucking plot. I mean, like, we have a horror movie with Russell Crowe having road rage. Thanks, Art. Thanks, dude.
Oh, come on. They've made a horror movie where the main villain and protagonist was a tire.
I never
Anything
that one.
Don't. Save yourself some time and some of your life. Don't watch it.
I got up to the shower scene and then I was like, I'm sleepy. This movie boring. This movie is boring.
Oh yeah, it's a good one to fall asleep to.
Yeah, and Kara, once you get over the initial fucking the initial kind of fun of it being a tire, it's actually very vapid. The novelty wears off very quickly, all right.
Pretty much like a well-worn tire.
Jesus. Oh no. Oh.
You walked into that one, didn't you?
Deacon, you're an absolute punt. You know that?
Yes, and I actually take that as a compliment because most men find them very, very useful and they can take one hell of a pounding. So, thank you.
But
I have stunted the trash. I am happy.
it's not a difficult thing to do. Oh, what's next up on your hit list? What kind of videos are you getting ready to get back into the swing of things?
I'm just going to come back with doing that nun persona for the Sunday videos. So I'm probably going to at least film enough backstock to get me through that Easter marathon that I wanted to do. Cool. And from there, I'll consider doing different types of videos to change it up. And I'm sure some people would probably prefer that because not everyone's into the whole like evil nun, demonic priest type thing.
But it's your fucking persona, like, you know.
Yeah.
If you're happy doing it, then do it. The fans will find you, and believe me, there will be fans.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of looking into doing that and then eventually branching out, kind of going back to my old schedule, which I didn't really do anything on Mondays or Tuesdays. Wednesdays were usually media discussions, so kind of more like an editorial type thing. I would either just bring up a topic to discuss, or what was one of the last ones I did was about the code era and how certain restrictions came into use. So talking about things like that. So basically anything media related, not necessarily horror.
Have you covered the kind of the British sweep of kind of fear video nasties and stuff in the 80s? Have you done that yet?
I've done a few random ones here and there, but I haven't dedicated a series to it. So not in that sense, not yet.
Like, you could probably even do an entire fucking segment on Mary Whitehouse. Like, Deacon, was it film and television, or did she go after other stuff? Hey, Queenie.
Hey, Queenie.
Oh, sorry, my brain went there.
Hello.
My brain went what?
Hey.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I have a retort there about like the fans will find you. Have you seen my post recently where I was bitching about how the fans are not there?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I have fans, but they're the loyal guys, you know, they're the ones that have been there pretty much from the beginning. You know, they're my OGs, right? but like I haven't had a lot of new people. I think the algorithm is hiding me purposefully, and it's because I do weird shit. Because I do whatever the hell I want. I don't fit in some little neat box like everybody else. You know, when you do that, you suffer for it. You have to accept that. You have to be like, well, I'm still going to keep doing this because I want to do it. And because the people who are OG want me to do it.
At the end of the day, it's always for you, and it's true. The loyals will always be there. I'm like,
Heck yeah.
been around since who knows how long, but it's been a long while.
Yeah, we got a Bond Us group. Like we've built our little wolf pack, and you know, I'm honored that I got to be a part of that and create it. But like, I did it because I didn't want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was done being alone. I was trying to find ways of finding happiness, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
but you did create a slightly very diverse, but very connected family. You made a nice social group.
Oh yeah.
We're all
I
outsiders.
collected
We're all weirdos. I mean, you're talking to the chick that used to buzz cut her hair.
Yes. And you look good doing it. That was awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As someone who buzzed their head recently,
I miss it,
I know.
especially on humid days.
Yes. Oh, it's nice.
I know the pictures were awesome with you, Queenie, especially when you were pulling the poses from Alien, going.
When I was doing Ripley, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, right now, Ripley.
Deacon, did you see the photo kind of shop job I did with Queenie?
Yes.
No.
It was so good. It cheered me up so much.
Is it in the Wolfpack chat?
It was their profile
on
picture on Facebook.
It's still probably in my profile pictures. If you look back, if you look at my profile pictures, it's probably like one or two back. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I will find it very quickly. You know me.
Yes, I do.
Cara, bar the nun, what is your second favorite kind of alternate persona or character you put on for your streams? What's one you'd love to kind of dust off the owl costume for?
I was doing the reptile, and then I had just gotten into the nun, which I never got a chance to introduce the alternate persona, because even she has her dark side. The one that was presented, we're going to later find out she's actually the nice one.
Cool. And
that's quite nice, right?
Is there anyone that you were thinking of doing that you think, okay, people won't get it, or it's too creepy, or people might find it too silly? Was there any that like, I don't know if this is the right term, that like kind of didn't make the drawing board, didn't get off the drawing board kind of status?
I still have one that I'm wanting to present. So once I get back into the regular reviewing, not just the Sunday ones, that's when the new persona will be introduced. So she'll have two alternate looks, because I like to work with duality, and this one kind of she has her own change that she goes through. So I was just wanting to follow that throughout the year and actually just mimic that. That way it's true to that deity or that persona, instead of just forcing just one aspect of it. Because it's the reason I chose her was she's relatable to me, but I also like her duality. That really draws me in.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing that, and I'm not going to ask what's her shtick or anything like that. Again, I'm looking forward to the surprise. Am I wrecking your head with all these questions? I always like getting into the meat and bones of a channel when I'm chatting to people.
No, I don't see anything wrong with that. And I know, like earlier today, I was updating my about page, kind of gives a rundown of like I was trying to be more clear on describing my channel and then giving my day of the week schedule. So that'll eventually make sense once I get more regular into uploading.
The thing is well, you don't want to kind of give away too much of the mystery. Like, well, when someone goes onto the channel, it was again. I remember first watching your channel, and I was like, Jesus! I genuinely was like, okay, is that like some of the makeup, I didn't know if you had like contorted your face or anything to look like that, or makeup. And I hope I'm not coming across as insulting. I just
No.
got it looking so fucking good. I was like, is what the devil? Like I like the surprise, and I like that. I like not knowing how some of the magic tricks are done. If that makes sense. I don't know.
But yeah, her Naga looked well, it was pretty much stage ready.
It took time and practice. Like the earlier videos, it's like you can kind of see how the paint and the makeup progresses. It took a while for me to learn how to use it. It took me a while to learn which types of paints work better with my skin type. So there's a bit of fumbling before I finally got it down.
It was kind of a Maria Stratus job in Star Trek TNG. It was like, okay, is she trying to look Middle Eastern or alien? I can't tell. But as the series went on, she kind of perfected the look. Ah, Christ, I'm a nerd. Thank God Neve loves me. Anyway.
It's alright. We're all nerds here.
What are they talking about? I'm cool.
Then why are you on this channel then?
I don't know.
You're so lame.
Well,
loser, right?
we're all nerds here, but you're the cool one.
My husband just dissed me, bro. Like he's like, you're so lame. It loops around back to cool. Thanks. Yes, thank you. I married that smart ass.
All I'll say, Queenie, is that fucker is lucky he's cuddly, or else you'd fucking kill him, right?
Yeah, he is lucky he's cuddly. It's true. He knows I'd kill him.
No, poor Ben.
Would you
getting
lose?
yourself into trouble.
He likes it. He likes trouble. He married it, so he has to.
Is there any actress or persona you kind of try? Is there any actress for personas you put on that you try and emulate in some of your videos?
To a degree, like the Naga makeup that was inspired. That's a cross between Marilyn Manson and Annie Lennox. So that's where I kind of drew the inspiration for that one. The current one I'm reading more off of. I'm just going more the mythical route, and eventually that'll tie to excuse me. Eventually that'll tie to someone as well. But I kind of just want to leave that open ended and see if maybe anyone kind of picks up on it over time.
Cool. And is there any kind of is there any kind of I'm not going to say drawbacks, but is there any kind of issues with trying to kind of find a balance between your own persona and the persona of the character? I'm really bad at explaining things. If I'm shit at explaining things.
No, I mean I think to a degree all of our personas it's us to a certain point, and then once you kind of step into character, you kind of start play acting with it. So it's kind of a little bit of both.
Yeah, I do characters. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
They're inspired by me, but they have their own life too. Like Prince of Flesh is definitely his own person now. He is like even took on an accent that he sticks with now. I first started doing it, I didn't know what I was doing, so I just talk kind of like myself. But I'm like, nah, he's snootier than that. He thinks he's better than that. Come on, he's a prince, right? Like,
I love your werewolf kind of form. Where it's like you're a wild animal, but there's also a petulant child. Do you remember?
Yes.
Where the Christmas scene? Where
yes,
it was like,
absolutely.
yeah,
you there's like a little wolfie pup deep down,
yeah,
but you can't keep the monster out. You know, like yeah, exactly. It's adorable. I love her.
Do you think you might do another one of them for Christmas?
Oh, I'm gonna do it before Christmas. Don't worry.
No, but do you think you might do another kind of Christmas carol or?
Oh
okay,
yeah, I think it's kind of a tradition now. Like I do one for Halloween and then I do one for Christmas, and I can make those seem to happen a lot. But otherwise, the rest are just kind of extra.
Could you? Would you think? Yeah, would you think of doing a Night More Before Christmas kind of?
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be fun. Oh yeah, we could do that. Make it somehow horrific and not Tim Burton's version.
Ooh. I can imagine
That could
us
be fun and
doing a version of the Oogie Boogie song.
I actually love his song. It's my fave. He's the best. I have like 2 Oogie Boogies in my house somewhere.
Okay. Loaded question. Loaded question. Coraline or The Nightmare Before Christmas?
I'm Nightmare Before Christmas. I do love Coraline though.
Cara?
I would go with Nightmare Before Christmas. Coraline had to grow on me. The first time I saw it, I didn't like it. I thought it was boring.
Oh wow. The
Deacon?
book's better. The book is better.
Nightmare Before Christmas, that's always going to have a nostalgic space in my heart, and Coraline isn't going to get rid of it.
Coraline and Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride. Like I think a lot of people mix it up with Monster House as well, which doesn't do it any favors.
No, because Monster House is a completely different beast altogether.
Not a bad film, but definitely not as engaging as Paranorman.
See, to me, Monster House was never a kid movie. There's a lot of adult references, especially that one scene where they're doing the stakeout and they're telling the little girl, "Oh, don't drink out of that." It's obvious that what they've been doing just because they didn't want to leave the window.
Yeah, it's a fun movie, but I think Paranorman has something else. Again, it focuses on the outsider and just like what it's like to be kind of like. I'm not going to try and say that like. I am terrible at explaining things. Essentially, instead of thinking the thing you're good at as looking at it as a curse, embracing it and accepting it, that sometimes maybe what you think is like what people see as strange or freaky in you is actually a good thing, and to accept that. That's why I like Paranorman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if given the choice between Paranorman or Monster House, I will choose Paranorman any day of the week.
That's my way out.
Yeah, I like the visuals a lot more, and if I remember correctly, I think that movie uses that Dragon Frame software that I had mentioned to you sometime back when you were showing me your stop motion stuff.
Yeah.
When I was asking what it was that you were using, and you said it was a phone app, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know you could do that off of a phone.
Yeah, no, I'm nowhere near as like fucking good or like as detailed or meticulous as other people, but it is kind of funny that nowadays you can get something on your phone that'll let you do like a semi-good animation. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not saying my stuff is brilliant, but it's gotten a lot better, and it's because I've discovered new apps, and it's strange now that there's almost fucking cinematic level fucking tech on a fucking mobile phone.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy.
and some of it is some of it's for free with very limited ads.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Yeah, I
I'm
kind of
cool
go
with
that route with my photography because I've always wanted to do kind of digital art combination photography, and it's easier for me to do it off of a phone app than actually going into Adobe and doing it proper. For example, it's not one of my better photographs, but the thumbnail for this stream, I used a phone app to put that together. So not technically my photography, I just altered it.
Garrett, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the covers and the special edition collector's cards for the X-Files. The covers of the X-File comics back in the 90s and the special edition collector's cards. You know, just the way with the color and the images and stuff. It looks cool. It reminds me of those old fucking X-Files comic covers. And Christ, I'm old.
But
You're as old as you feel. This is why you hug a 20-year-old Scotch.
Oh no, my back is fucking killing me, so don't say that too.
but
Oh, but how? Ooh, yeah. After you, Cara.
okay, I wasn't sure. That's why I just paused.
Oh, don't worry. If I do that, it means I'm letting you go first.
Oh, okay.
Deacon, if you're talking to me, just flip me the bird, okay? Just give me the old fucking 2-finger salute.
All right. So Queenie's that, you're that, and
Yeah.
Kara's that.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
we have a
I
sequel
like
in. We
mine.
have a
Mine works for
system.
me. All right.
We have a fucking system now. What? But
No,
sorry, Kara. What were you
okay.
saying?
Oh no, I was going to say because I only just now reconnected my other social media to my YouTube page. So if you felt like it, you could go through my Instagram link and it'll show you examples of my photography there. I've kind of gotten a little more open with that. So obviously I do like my YouTube promotion through there. I have my just for fun photos, and then I have some of my photography that I put on there. So it's kind of a little mix.
All right. Going to
But it's no different from the name is no different from my YouTube. It's still horror retrospective.
I have found you.
I'm out of dollars.
You're obviously a fan of horticulture.
Do what?
You're obviously a horticultural fan as well.
Yeah,
Going by your Instagram. Sorry.
No, it's we both enjoy gardening, and Mr. Rick actually helped me because I've never really worked with live plants. It's always been dried herbs and foods and stuff. So he helped me get the hang of that. He used to work at a research center with plants and things like that.
Well, you guys certainly have green fingers, definitely more than me. Closest I ever got to fucking flowers is forking silage into a fucking cow pit for cows. So.
And it also means we can turn around and say with the right science we can make Franken vegetables.
Which?
With the right science we can make Franken vegetables.
Franken? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking German. I'm going deaf.
There's no way I am speaking German while wearing this hat.
No, I was like, this fucker's really teetering on the verge of fucking bad taste if he's gonna go. Just so long as you're not doing quick hand gestures while you're fucking doing it, I think we're okay.
Yes, I refuse to do German while wearing this hat.
Deacon, did I ever tell you about the fucking idiot I was talking to in work?
Hello.
Oh, sir.
How are you?
That is a fucking magnificent beard, by the way. That is a fucking beard to fucking aim for. It's
beard. His lordship.
It's swear to God, the shape and definition of it. Christ Almighty!
We're commoners in its breath.
See, Trash is just very, very jealous because you got more hair on your chin than he does have anywhere else on his entire body.
Yeah, not even.
Oh, that may not be the case. That may not be the case, Deacon.
Oh, back hair.
If I was on a nude beach, dude, people would be like, "Hey, it's a nude beach. You don't need to wear pants." And I'd be like, "I'm not."
Yeah. Don't pressure me.
we made him shrink away.
How dare you? No, that was an emperor beard.
Is there a Maury?
That's like a Lord Farquaad beard.
But no, it's a damn fucking sexy beard. Your fella has a damn ass sexy fucking beard.
It's a Jason Samoa beard.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he likes to tease me by threatening to shave it off because he did once, and I was like, "Stay away from me! I don't know you."
You're not the person I know. Yeah, I've been there.
You've disfigured yourself.
Yeah, she didn't want
Not
that.
the same. Who are you? Get out of my house.
Get out of this bed right now. Who are
Get
you?
out.
Oh, she didn't want none of that.
Girl knows what she wants, yeah.
So I bought like industrial size like biotin, and I was taking that like every day. I was like, "Grow back, you son of a gun."
that
I
is
was getting, I was
that-
doing this and getting like what are those pink ones that for the hair, skin, and nails?
Yeah.
I was just like, I need to correct it. I went to Walmart and she's like, "Ooh, can I help you, sir?" And I was like, "Yeah, I shaved when I wasn't supposed to." She's like, "Oh, you need these." She already knew what I was.
There is a fix for
In
this
fact, I
problem.
knew I knew how, like, she knew how to help me because she actually got somebody else to help me. But she was like, "Ooh, I'm not gonna get it for you because gross." But Marco over here can help pay for you and get the hair in and out.
This
dude,
is
you
how you
keep it
look
a
after
certain
your
length.
beard, but go and buy it yourself.
Do you keep it a certain length, or like would you grow it long? Would you do either the Rasputin or the Alan Moore if you grew it out?
Ooh. Alan Moore.
Yeah.
Crazy ass beard. Be a crazy wizard.
It used to be longer. She started trimming it to keep it a certain length.
Yeah, this boy knows what I'm talking about, right?
I went from
DK, you know what I'm
40, I
talking about.
decided to
He's
become
Oh,
a crazy
yeah.
wizard. What was it? He was
You're
like in
gonna
his
do the
40s or
crazy-
50s.
He
He was in his 40s or 50th birthday or something like that. And he went, I decided right then, bam, I'm a fucking wizard. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
That's how it does. That's how you do.
I did the real Bilbo thing.
And
So, goodbye, everybody. I'm gonna go and be a wizard, or
Yeah.
bye, everybody. I'm just gonna disappear. All right.
Bye. It's
Yep.
wizard time.
and he even worships a hand puppet in the shape of a feathered snake.
Some
just
of
love it.
some of the comic creators, Brendan McCarthy was telling me they used to meet up in a fucking pub in the middle of East London and were just talking shop. And Alan Moore burst in and he goes, "Nobody speak!" And he'd start pouring salt around the bar and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing, Alan? I have a bad spirit after me. I don't want it inflicting upon you." And he's like, they're like, "Just someone buy this fucker a drink, Jesus."
And the bizarre thing
They
is, he
used to-
does.
No,
And the
well,
bizarre
you
thing
can-
is, he does. And the bizarre thing is, he does this on purpose because he knows it will wind people up or get a joke
Yep.
out of them. Because he's already said on the record, you may as well believe in a feathered snake puppet because there's
Mhm.
no God.
He's a crazy wizard.
He's a crazy, he's a
That's
crazy
what- that's my
atheist
goal in life,
wizard.
to be a crazy
His
angry
wife.
wizard.
His wife is a fucking nympho.
Oh
He
my
done a graphic novel for her called Lost Girls, and it's basically the sexual exploration of Alice from Alice in Wonderland, Snow White, and fucking Bo Peep. It's the weird. I had a look at it, and I was like, what the fuck?
It sounds hot, and I must have it.
To the house upstairs.
Where is it? Where do I get this?
You can get it. It's dear.
I need it.
I will
probably
tell
expensive.
you,
Storing that shit in
there
your
are
photos.
parts in it that are kind of triggering. I will tell you that.
Well, I read Hellraiser
Being
comics. I
a
mean,
camera
Okay.
bastard, so just shit.
you know what they're like.
That, like,
No, I
again,
appreciate
just
the
want
warning.
to
That's
let you know what
actually
you're getting into before if you decide to pick
Yeah.
it up.
no. I think I'm in the perfect mood for that shit right now. Actually,
I
I'm in
think
a
that's
really
why I've
dark
been
mood right
reading.
now.
I think that's why I've been
Just-
reading a lot of my Lovecraft.
Yes.
Sometimes you just have to see the world go mad.
Cool.
Yep. Yep.
Question. In certain things like actors and stuff, contemporary actors and stuff, probably J.K. Rowling being the prime example. Sabi,
Aww.
dude, for a minute there, I thought you had like.
Oh.
I thought that was his fucking beard there for a minute. I was like, what's he doing?
Did you dye your beard all of a sudden?
Wow,
How
what a
did you do
wild
that?
beard.
But
Literally.
okay,
Untamable.
a bit of another loaded topic.
All right.
So
He said
with
that.
J.K. Rowling and her kind of shitty beliefs, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know where this is going.
Like, is the carte blanche for Lovecraft in that he's dead and he was a man of his time? Is that
I think it's a personal thing because like some people don't read Lovecraft even now on principle. You know, it really depends on how you feel about things. You have to decide for yourself. You know, we're all adults, right?
Yeah.
I still
it
read
was Captain
Lovecraft,
Harsh.
but I don't like go out of my way for Lovecraft. Like if he was alive today, I wouldn't buy his merch.
No,
I-
absolutely not.
Of course, they
But he has inspired me. Like
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling too. But like when I realized what she was, I had to stop because like I was a proud Slytherin and all that shit. Like I was all about it. But like now I'm like, nope, sorry, because I am now like in a position like you guys know I'm non-binary / trans.
That's what I
Right.
get being altruistic.
So I have to go, no, you can't do that to my people. No,
No, that's fair enough. You have to take your stances where you can take them.
I did support her though, and I don't regret that because at the time it did help me. But then when you realize your heroes are people and they're flawed, you have to decide what you're going to do if you can accept the flaws they have.
Like,
Yeah.
Would you, if you were in a second-hand bookshop and you saw a Rowling book you hadn't had, and this is a second-hand bookshop, would you pick it up, knowing that you wouldn't be directly funding her? Would you still read her stuff? If
No,
it didn't...
because she hurt me. Well, when your hero basically spits in your face because you're trans, like Lovecraft didn't spit in my face directly, but I'm sure there's not a lot of people who are black who read his stuff,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. So
no, I can agree with that one.
If you're personally hurt by that person, don't support them. You don't have to, even with a used book. But if you are curious, you have like a morbid curiosity eating at you. I get that too, because I've done that with horror movies where I'm like, oh, I hate the director of this movie or blah, blah, blah. But I got to watch it just so I can know. But I'm never telling anyone I watched it because I feel dirty.
Also, Queenie, I just want to be check in. I'm not hitting you with a very hefty topic, am I?
You're fine.
You sure? Because I
yeah.
don't want to be fucking... I don't want to be mixing up any kind of fucking...
No, it's actually interesting to talk about. Like, I don't know. I find it interesting, don't you?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, I don't want to be... I don't want to be fucking...
Thank you for checking on me.
Anyone as well with the topic.
Thank you for checking on me. I appreciate it.
Carol, what's your view on it? Like, in kind of relation to J.K. Rowling and H.P. Lovecraft, is there a difference, or should we hold him to the same account, or is he a man of his time, or is we don't separate the art from the artist? What's your view on such things?
It's hard for me to answer that one because I'm not too familiar with Lovecraft, so it's kind of hard for me to give a non-half-assed answer.
Okay, how about somebody kind of fill us in a little bit? You know what? I would like that.
Okay. Would you like me to do it, or would someone else like to do it?
You seem to be selected by the gods.
Okay. When it comes to Lovecraft, the best way to describe him is a xenophobic, sexist, racist, misogynist, agoraphobic person who quite literally thought everybody who wasn't white and wasn't from his particular area in America wasn't any good.
Yeah.
He was scared of everything, though.
He was nearly beaten to death in a bar by a group of Polish dock workers. If it wasn't for the intervention of Robert E. Howard, the creator of Conan the Barbarian.
Because of his point of views.
Yeah, he was mounting off, and Howard's like, will you fucking keep it down? And a bunch of dock workers like fucking pulled him aside. And Robert E. Howard had to break a bar stool across the back of the head of one of them to stop him from being
WWE
dead.
style.
Oh my god.
They were really good friends. They were really good friends.
It's usually a good friend who has to do that,
Yeah.
Only a good friend knows how to take a table and slam it across the small of your back.
I am the table.
I am the table.
Metallica!
Oh no.
Unless your table hit you.
But they were good friends because he let him use his lore in his Conan novels. He let him use the likes of Shoggoth and different elder gods and different fucking like the mad monk Abdul and stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
love like his world. It's just
Mhm.
fucked up. But he's so
Yeah, the
fucked up.
only
Of course, he made something like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
the only drawback you could say about his work is most of the villains or the ones who are seen as are usually people who are of a non-white persuasion.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's the
You're
only real
super
thing you can really. Yeah, it's very racist work, but as long as you can read past that and take it as an
I think you have to
obscure
kind of read it
description,
academically. Like,
Yeah.
you want to learn something from his style, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
something that I love about the new Color Out of Space movie, because they
Yes.
reversed it and had the black man as the hero and the Miskatonic
Awesome.
university student, and all
Yeah.
the white people are the weird ones.
Yes. I
Yeah,
love
it's
that
why
movie.
I'm
It was
kind
awesome.
of enjoying Lovecraft.
Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's great, but it's a hefty fucking watch. I ended up switching to Raised by Wolves to fucking kind of to give my brain a break. I had to go to a fucking I had to go from Lovecraft Country to a religious semi kind of introspective science fiction series to give my brain a break from Lovecraft Country.
When
I've been
that is
watching-
what you resort to calm down. Wow.
Yeah.
I binge watched the whole 5 episodes that they have so far, and so far there's only been one thing I can actually gripe about the entire thing. Just one part that took me completely out of their universe. But I think that would be a spoiler, so you need to watch it.
Is it the dream sequence in the trench?
No,
Okay, that's all I'll say.
Yeah, you guys will have to watch it, and once you have, I will spoil it.
And there's no fucking chapter. It is just a bitch.
Ooh, who has music?
Oh, that's the creepy
Hello,
music.
Anchor. Just see
Hello, are
Anchor
you?
grin from ear to ear, kind of like.
Are you editing the video, Antro?
No. I'm just looking down at my phone.
What's with the grin? What's?
Don't ask what he's looking at on his phone.
All right.
Otherwise, you might have to burn that as well. Just like it would have to trash his hard drive.
It's all your fault that that all of this stuff gets brought up. You know.
I know. I'm a bad influence on everyone.
You're not. You're just a man who knows how to torture people with goats. That's not a bad influence. That's a psychiatric patient.
Well, I've discovered porcupine torture.
Oh Jesus! Here we go again.
No urethras.
No,
Oh please!
no
Please
urethras.
don't bring up urethras.
Don't encourage him.
No, what they do is they tie the person down, legs spread, arms up, so they're in a sitting position, in a wooden box. Open at the front. They take a porcupine, they put it in near the front of the box, and to try and torture the person, they end up aggravating the porcupine so it shoots its spines backwards.
What? What the fuck?
Queenie's reaction just fucking said it all.
And the best thing is they could go for about 6 or 7 porcupines and you're
I
still
always
alive.
learn something fucked up when you're
Queenie,
hanging around this guy.
Queenie, you nearly went Little John there with that reaction.
I know, right?
What? What the fuck? What?
Oh my god. Hey, Shorzy.
Oh, I gotta send you more clips of that. Actually,
I'll always take more clips of that. That show's great. Makes me
Very
I
really
was like,
Ampero and Kara are always around for the pleasant conversations, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Yes, they are.
Well, your box conversation actually reminded me of an early invention. Cleopatra had tried to create a personal massager by putting bees into a box and placing
Oh,
herself.
Yeah, she
cool.
nearly stung herself to death, didn't she?
Kara, when you say personal massager, is it
Gotta get
actual
swollen one way or
massager, or was it like when Monique's 9-year-old finds her personal massager? Like, is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's
Mommy,
polite
what's
for
this?
taking a flight down the banister.
I guess they didn't have
Mommy,
laundry
what's this do?
back then, huh?
It's a rocket
See,
ship.
I
Went
I
to Bobby's
don't
rocket ship.
think
Excuse me.
I don't think Kara's on about taking a small leather sack, putting a load of beads in it, tying it up, and then shoving it where the sun don't shine. I don't think that's quite what she was on about, but that would be a very defensive torture
They
event.
just go,
That'd be a great
they do
story.
it all fucking day.
Why
Why?
an ostrich feather?
Anything that's worth doing should have a great story attached to it. That's my life's motto. Okay, that's why my life is crazy.
It's all right. We're all crazy here.
But what's the deal with Halloween? Like, I'm wondering, like, is there going to be any
Halloween is in quarantine, my friend.
cinema or the like? Or,
Quarantine a week.
Oh, then yeah.
I'm trying my best to get in the spirit, but it's very difficult right now.
I don't know why, but I get the
want
feeling
to.
a lot of kids are going to be walking around in hazmat suits.
Right, that's the only way you're gonna get candy
No,
if you
with
look like
the
Fallout
Plague
74.
doctors. That would be
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
Like
I know,
Dr.
right?
Masks everywhere.
Yeah. Or stick them in
Fucking
the
life.
inflatable costumes, so that way they've got a good circulation of air going through, and they're still kept away from people. I wouldn't mind seeing an itty bitty dinosaur on my doorstep going, "Give me candy."
Oh, the hazmat suit.
It is a shame. I do like the kiddos in their costumes going around hearing trick or treat. And
Yeah,
then
but I can swear when we were kids, the costumes were better. They dress like a bunch of wusses now.
You could
Yeah.
put them in these like
Hmm.
isolation bubbles.
I
They
mean,
can
like,
roll around like hamsters
Like
and then
that, like,
roll. Yeah?
kids walking up, like, what do kids want to be now? Like WAP? Like,
Oh no, no.
like you can see it. It's like, and what are you, little girl? Awesome. What happened?
Jesus.
Yeah, but the thing is, some of the kids don't even dress up. I've had people just like random tweens coming to my door with a pillowcase and going, "Give me candy," and they're driving from house to house too.
Oh
Man, they deserve to get their necks snapped.
No, for those people, I do tricks.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
you
Well,
do
it's
tricks.
trick or treat. Yeah, people forget that.
And the trick is
Yeah,
on
if-
you.
Like
Yeah, 'cause
I
I
remember
usually.
my nephews were sorry.
Oh, it's all right. It's where I try to have two types of candy. One that is for trick-or-treaters and one that is for the tweens. And the tweens is usually habanero candy.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Or chocolate.
If they're going to... Yeah.
Sorry, I'm laughing at a
Basically,
meme. I'm sorry.
chocolate-covered chili peppers.
Fucking give them laxative chocolate, man. That fucking works a fucking
Oh no,
Jesus.
it's so much better. It's so much better to watch them in the car, take out the chocolate, munch on it, and then a few seconds later, pound on the window, going ah!
They had no costume. Now they look
I
like
am
roast
not going to your house.
If you
Fuck
come with a
your house.
costume, you get candy. If you don't
Glad
come
you
with
live in a
costume,
different
you get
country.
punished.
Fuck you.
I think everybody's glad I live in
I'll
a different
punish you.
country.
No,
I'll be the
Did,
punisher.
I don't know if you guys
But
have
I
any
might enjoy it.
stories about like taking either yourself when you were younger or taking a younger family member trick or treating. But I know one year we had taken my nephews, and we would just park the car, go from house to house, and then a block later come back around, pick it up, go over the next block. But there were these two guys. We were still in the car, and we were seeing other cars passing by with their kids. And there were these two guys dressed as Michael Myers, and they would just kind of walk up to, and they would, kind of pretend to threaten the people that were in the car. And it was funny seeing the kids ahead of us just freaking out.
They
I can
want-
imagine that.
They weren't used to yeah, fucking kids these days are just they're kind of
But I don't know if you guys have any Halloween stories like that either.
I've got one. So I did. There was one year when we decorated our house and we went all out with it. We got dry ice fog and put that in our front yard, and we rigged up we had this really creaky, rusty old fence, and we had rigged it with fishing lines so we could pull it open from the window, and it looked like it was opening by itself. And I went out trick-or-treating with my friends and then came back home. But my dad stayed at home, and he was watching for
Oh
trick-or-treaters.
my fucking god.
Just ignore him.
But we don't get that many trick-or-treaters, so he had turned off the creepy music, and he was getting ready to go in when these kids started coming up to the house, and he ran back to the window, and right as one of them was about to put their hand on the fence, he just yanked it open, and the fence came flying open, and they both screamed at the top of their lungs and ran, and I think our house had a terrible reputation from then on. It scared our only trick-or-treaters away.
Poor trick-or-treaters, but nice little prank.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was fun.
I had a memory of my aunt making costumes of stuff for me and my sister so we could go trick-or-treating. And I remember mine was I wanted to be a superstar witch. Because I wanted to be a superstar and a witch. And it's going to happen in the same breath. And so my aunt made me this awesome fucking costume. I had like a witch hat, and she made it all cool sparkles and shit. And she gave me this silvery hair. I think it was made of tinsel shit. You know, that tinsel crap?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember it because I was like, so shiny. You know, like...
It glitters!
Yeah, I was on top of the world. I loved it. Best costume ever. And now look at me. I am a superstar witch now. In my heart.
I don't know if this was exclusive to Ireland. Maybe they done it in England as well, Deacon. But when you were a kid, like if you're like your folks, if they couldn't afford a costume, did you just like wear a bin bag, a black bin bag, just put a hole in the neck and a hole in the arm?
Yes.
Thank you. So it's a universal thing. It's not just.
Yeah, that's the Canadian thing.
It's not just an Irish thing.
I have seen kids do that in England, but they sometimes have a mask to go with it.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't even
Yeah.
get that. That was too much work apparently.
I remember. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because we were going trick or treat. We was over at my cousin's house. We were going trick or treating, and it was on a road. There was no path, and we were going out in the fucking dead of night wearing a black fucking bin bag. That was the most monsters and zombies. That was the most terrifying.
Oh man, memories.
I've
Get
got
me
a
in the
few
spirit.
stories, but do you want one where I was pulling a prank? Do you want one where I nearly caused an incident, or do you want one where it caused an injury?
All of the
Jesus.
You want them.
Yes. Start from the top.
Okay, prank-wise, I am physically short, I'm quite thin, and when I was younger, I was a lot thinner. So I was able to fit under the cars around our little neighbourhood. So when I was younger, I would wait for trick-or-treaters to come round our little cul-de-sac where we used to live. And as soon as I would get to our driveway, I would instantly reach out as if it was it climbing up, trying to reach out from underneath the sewer grating and grab them by the legs.
Okay.
That caused quite a few screams.
Evil. I like the evil.
There's the one where I dressed up as a medieval werewolf. I was about 12 at the time, and I had this really long, heavy plastic axe,
Oh.
and I've taken a swing at it to go and hit a pumpkin target, just trying to knock it off the peg. I've missed completely, gone in a complete circle, and hit my scout leader right in the throat with it.
Oh, God.
So you got the jugular, Mary bitch.
So yeah, I wasn't in her favors for a while.
Oh, it was a woman? Even
Yep.
better.
Whacked her right
And
into the apple.
yeah, I quite literally got her there.
You had to hack a woman's head off, right?
And the one with injury was when I went out one year with my younger brother. He decided he wanted me to pull all of the pranks, so I decided to wear all black color, black balaclava, black gloves, so no one could see me. So when he would go up to the door and they wouldn't give him anything, I'd jump out and scare them. That was our trick. It worked a bit too well because one guy ended up jumping backwards, tripping over his dog, and quite literally cracked his elbow.
Oh,
Oh fuck!
yikes.
Yeah, that was not intentional.
At least he didn't fall on the dog and squash the fucking dog.
Yeah.
No, he
Yeah,
tripped.
you gotta
He tripped over the dog. The dog was fine. The dog
Right,
was
the dog was
fine.
the only one that's like, oh, like, give me something good to eat. The guy has a compound fracture. He's like, boo, I need blood now.
Although at the time, it was just one of those funny little lines that came out of my mouth that was inappropriate, because as soon as he'd landed on his ass, I've gone, oh, I bet you got a crack in that now.
Shit.
Yeah, that definitely beats the time my cousins decided to have a haunted house for Halloween. So my sister, my brother, and I went over, and of course I was the youngest one, so I was scared, even though it really wasn't that scary. And I'm hanging onto my sister's hand, and I'm dragging her out of the haunted house because I was scared. And I wasn't paying attention to where I was going, which works out just fine because I was a kid, so I was shorter. I ran my sister right into a tree branch.
Oh shit!
Oh, your poor sister. But it happened. It happened. You're a kid. What do they expect?
Yeah.
A few years ago, I think it was sophomore year of high school, for service hours, you could go and work at this elementary school's haunted house. So naturally, I wanted to do that, and I went, and I dressed as a vampire. And when I got there, I realized that nobody had any idea what they were doing at all. And they just had this total mishmash of random masks. Some of them weren't even horror. One of them was a Star Wars character. It was weird. I don't remember what the mask was, but it had no place in a haunted house. And because apparently things had gotten really out of hand last year, they weren't allowed to use fake blood because apparently they had caused some serious problems with that. But there were a few other folks from high school there. One who had dressed sort of in this sort of casual werewolf outfit, just some face paint and some stuff, and she was actually scaring people effectively. I was in full vampire garb, and for whatever reason, nobody was scared of me. Every time they would go through the haunted house, people would just wave at me, and it made me sad. But the most annoying part were that there were kids who had come for service hours, and they weren't doing anything. They were just standing and talking on their phones in the middle of this haunted house while we were trying to scare people. So I convinced the elementary school kids to implement them in their skits as their victims and to drag them through the haunted house.
Good plan.
I appreciate
Make them
that.
work for that buck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you for doing that. When it comes to haunted houses, they have to be scary. Even if it's for kids, they have to be scary. There's no point in half-arsing it.
Exactly.
One Halloween, I done something very fucking stupid and dangerous. In retrospect, it wasn't even that long ago, and I think I'd done a video discussing it before. A friend of mine, she had decided to come out, and the first Halloween she dressed up as a female character, and some dickheads who weren't dressed up came into our local pub and threatened to bottle her. So I noticed one of these guys was walking back to Clarecastle, which is at least a mile and a half, and it was a ditch. So I gave him a 15-minute head start, and I jumped into the ditch, and I started following him, making noises, throwing shit at him, and I've never seen a dude fucking run so fast in the fucking dark before in my life. It was just, I could have been fucking killed as well, because these ditches were fucking deep. In the town, on the outskirts of the town, there's like this big fucking, like you could come across a fucking dead body in one of these things. But I followed him for like a mile and a half, just fucking with this guy, and it was so fucking good. That's probably more psychotic than actually a prank, but yeah. Throwing stones at him and fucking. I think I started singing the Marianne Faithful part from Memory Remains as well, and he just started to fuck out. And you can imagine that at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning behind you coming from the ditch.
Well, as long as you didn't throw a dead body and rocks at him, that's all good.
No. Well, I threw rocks at him. I did pelt rocks at him. He fucking threatened to bottle my friend because she wanted to dress up for the first time on Halloween. So.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, yeah, when it comes to people dressing up and going out and having fun at Halloween, they should be allowed to. It's not just for kids, it's also for adults. It's our chance to...
It wasn't just
I'm gonna have
that.
Halloween. I don't know about you guys, but I'm fucking having it. I usually live in my room anyway, so.
Oh yeah, definitely. Even if nobody sees it, I'm dressing up and I'm decorating.
Hooray! I mean, it's just, my life is always Halloween. Like I am Halloween, so whatever.
Yeah.
I was going to say Halloween's the only time moms and dads don't have to wait for date night to dress up.
That's right.
But and I
It's
have
for everybody.
Halloween 80s and 90s commercials on YouTube just to get all excited. Like the Halloween commercials, like
Yeah,
get
the
your
vintage
Back when
stuff.
Halloween was a
those
thing.
tickets today and share it with the kids. I'm like, hell yeah, I remember those. Well, then don't forget your little sparkly colors so the kids can be seen at night. I'm going fucking safety's badass, you know.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. What is it that you guys like to watch to get in the mood for Halloween? Because I think usually my go-to movie for that is Sleepy Hollow. I think it has the perfect autumn mood and everything. But what do you guys like to watch just to get in the mood for the holiday?
I have like a collection of movies I watched. So I start with kind of like the fun stuff, the cutesy stuff, you know, like Nightmare for Christmas. I love that movie. You know, it gets me in the mood.
Yeah, I saved that one for December, but
Hocus Pocus, you know, they're fun, silly, you know. And then I start going into the really scary shit.
yeah.
I meant to mention to you there is a tabletop card game of Hocus Pocus where you can either play as one of the Sanderson sisters who have to fucking suck the souls of the children in the village before midnight, or is it Thackeray?
Zachary Banks. Yeah. Zachary Banks.
Zachary Banks.
You have to stop them. You have to hold them off. But it looks like a cool fucking tabletop game. I don't know.
Like fun. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I play it.
But, yeah, no, Evil Dead 2. That's my go-to for Halloween.
That's a good one. That's one I would watch around Halloween.
It's so silly.
And it also depends if I do like a marathon. Like there's been like a couple years where I've done these month-long marathons of like just as much horror as you can freaking stuff in your face, basically. And there was like a whole I can't do it this year because I don't have the fucking stamina. But like every day I was watching at least 2 to 5 movies, or a series, or you know what I mean, like constantly like consuming media like some ravenous dog. It was awesome, but I don't have spoons this year. I can't do it. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Would you do like a watch stream for Halloween? Just watch maybe one or 2 horror movies.
Like have like a marathon, just like a smaller form. Maybe we do like a 24-hour like horror fest or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could do something like that because that's
do a
one and done,
24-hour.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally want to celebrate, of course.
What would you want to watch?
I don't know. I'd have to like sit and meticulously pick the movies because I like doing that for fun. Like it's like, ooh, okay, this movie fits here, and this movie would be fun after this movie. Just stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about it.
Actually, Queenie, have you watched Bad Moon yet?
Yes, I've seen Bad Moon. That's a good one. I like that
That's-
one. Maybe I could do like a werewolf movie fest.
Yes. If we're doing werewolf movies and Halloween, Ginger Snaps has to be on there because that has the
Yes.
perfect fall atmosphere.
And there is Halloween in it.
Oh yeah.
There's Halloween.
Werewolf in London. That's
Dog
on that
Soldiers?
Yeah, Dog Soldiers. Yep. Definitely goes on
Or
the
would
list.
that be Halloweeny enough though?
Trick or Treat goes on the list because sexy
Trick or Treat,
werewolf bitches all the way.
The Halloween kind of has that atmosphere to it, even if it's not set.
Oh, it's mandatory. It has to be on there.
Yeah.
That American Werewolf in London. Yeah, those are mandatory. They're like classics. Wolfman.
Yes.
Greedy, at some stage, just
All forms
to
of
get-
Wolfman.
just to get your reaction, can we have a live watch stream of American Werewolf in Paris?
Sure. Sure. If you really want to see
You're
me
never going to
suffer.
talk to me again if we didn't get past it. That fucking dick.
It may take some time. It might take some time. I might need some healing.
He made me watch this movie.
Tell us on the movie where he made you watch it.
Queenie goes to the pharmacist. I need to stock up. I'm watching American Werewolf in Paris.
I need to stay awake. Give me all
As
your
soon as
caffeine pills.
As soon as that movie's over, you do realise Ben will get in contact with every airport and say she's not allowed to fly to Ireland.
That's right.
I had to set up fucking surveillance in front of my apartment. So some crazy werewolf lady doesn't just fucking bust in like.
You'd have to become a refugee in England. Whatever happens, Trash would have to come here and be a refugee. Oh my god!
I
It'd
won't
be funny.
I won't
It'd be funny. I knock on the door. I knock on the door and your lady answers, and she's just like, "Yeah, he left. He went that way."
Yeah, do you know what, Queenie? Do you know what,
Totally
Queenie?
rat you
Knowing
out.
my
She loves
lady,
me.
she'd give you a notepad with my exact location, my greatest fears, and where to find me, the top 3 places to find me.
And then she'd whisper, "I'm so sorry. I can't believe you did that." And she would live.
Plus 25%.
She'd whisper, "He deserves this," and just fucking gives you the notebook.
And she even puts down an
True.
extra notation. She even puts down an extra notation saying, "When you're done, here's the ditch."
That's right. Excellent.
Cara, what do you think you might watch for Halloween?
Usually the day before, I like to watch The Crow because it takes place on Devil's Night, and then on Halloween it's Demon Night.
I always watch The Crow on Devil's Night. It's my thing too. I think it's
Demon Knight
tradition.
is
Demon
awesome.
Knight's fun.
Love Billy Zane.
Yeah. Oh, I know. He's so good in it. He's so
You
good.
fucking hold on. I love that.
Yep.
He just gets pissed off. We pretended to be the fucking redneck.
So good.
You don't mind if I kill Breaker.
I liked
do you?
Bordello Blood, but it wasn't as fun as Demon Knight. Demon Knight was the
It's
Bordello
not
of Blood
good.
is fun. I like Bordello of Blood.
It is
Fun
fun, but
fact.
it's different. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Fun fact, if it wasn't for those movies, we would have never gotten From Dusk Till Dawn, because that was actually supposed to be part
Ooh.
of those Tales from the Crypt movies.
It would have been so different though with
true.
that Tales from the Crypt aesthetic.
Well, the thing was, this was before.
Yeah.
This was before, like, fucking
How could you tell?
Tooney and Harvey Keitel and Tarantino got involved. It was just going to be a more kind of lower scale movie. Also, is that a subgenre that seems to have snuck past people? Vampire brothels. I mean, from vampire brothels, vampire strip clubs, you have From Dusk Till
It
Dawn.
does seem to be a
have
thing.
Bardello of Blood.
Well, there's also
Well, they are kind of associated with sex, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Sorry,
that's
Gareth?
right. Oh, she was the hottest. Oh, sorry.
no, I'm saying you also have Vamp from back in the 80s, and that's pretty much a
Oh, yeah,
strip
Yeah.
situation. What else was there?
I don't know. I'm good with
Obviously,
vampire
there's
movies.
Bardello of
Brothel
Blood.
movies.
There's From Dusk Till Dawn. I
Yeah.
might be beaten up by strippers saying that that's not the same as working in a brothel. I'm just trying to fucking, pigeonhole them. All right, but
There's also,
sorry, Kat.
oh no, I was going to say there was also a very short trend with stuff like zombies versus strippers and things like that too.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I watched that movie. A friend of mine got it. It's like, oh, Jim Jameson's in it. It's got zombies. I'm like, that's really not good criteria to fucking watch a movie, dude.
Yeah. It's pretty awful.
And do you know how the movie starts? It turns out that there's like a fucking zombie Bin Laden, and then some other fucker decided to go off and do a zombie Bin Laden movie based on that fucking Jesus. Oh,
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
Jesus.
I
Sorry.
I can't even sometimes. I just can't.
Hmm.
It's just I look at this stupid shit and I go, all right, that's stupid shit, and I have to just walk away. Just
Yeah.
walk away.
Okay.
Well, wasn't there also Dance of the Dead? It also had that similar
Mm,
theme. Or am I getting my
Yeah.
movies confused? It was a Robert.
I think I know
I
what
hope
you're
you
talking
know
about
about it.
because I've seen this trend. It is quite a
Yeah.
thing.
And then Full
I
Moon
don't-
Entertainment, they did one also. I can't remember what theirs was called.
With stripper zombies.
Yeah.
Christ almighty.
It
I
probably got
don't
five
know.
though, at least, if being full moon.
Yeah.
I don't know about movies, but I'm doing a quick search, and you'll be surprised how many books there are about bordellos and strip clubs involving vampires, zombies, or a
Yes.
combination of the two.
Oh, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Oh,
dumb, but it's a big thing.
yeah. It's a huge list.
I think it's
I didn't
because like
realize this.
maybe it comes from the whole like when Dracula had the brides kind of deal. They kind of were his whores, you know. He was
They
the
were his
pimp.
concubines, yeah.
Maybe that's where that comes from.
I was kind of thinking maybe symbolically you could also tie it into vampires are very sexual. Strip club is, pretty much a very erotic place to be. But then you've also got the blood cult and the eroticism with blood as well. So it's multiple plays that are
Yeah.
one.
Delicious fetish.
When I was writing one of my comic stories, I had an idea of having Jack the Ripper actually as a vampire hunter, and his victims were actually vampires.
That would work actually.
That's why he had to do such a
That'd be
job.
an interesting take.
And
I like that idea.
I never followed through on it, and then
Oh, why?
a few years later, some motherfucker. I hate. Does that ever happen to you guys when you write a
Yes.
story or something like? I'll write it somewhere down the line, and then some other fucker writes it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do it now, guys. Don't waste your
Yeah.
time.
It's just as bad when you write a story and then you realize someone wrote the same story 5 years ago and you just didn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just realized
man,
people
it's
are
hard
having
being an artist.
people having hearing needs.
So, Deacon, what do you like to watch for Halloween?
For me, it's a list of Evil Dead 3, Trick or Treat, and Pumpkinhead.
Nice.
Actually, Deacon, do you want to do a watch stream Army of Darkness so for fucking Halloween?
Ooh, that's actually
Army
quite
of
a good
Darkness.
idea.
For fun.
Yeah.
Which one would you want to watch though? The S Mart ending or the
I'll go with
Apocalypse
the
ending?
Wonder Twins.
Dealer's choice.
Oh my god, one of them yeeted. Okay.
See, I enjoy them both.
That's a
I,
thing.
Yeah.
Me too.
I enjoy them both.
It's so hard. We could just like watch the
Um,
endings, separately. Like,
Yeah,
we could do that.
I'm pretty sure I could find a version that's got both endings, so it's got one ending and then
Then we could
the
compare
next
it?
ending right
Well,
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen where someone's done a supercut of all of the Evil Dead movies as one movie?
I've seen it done.
Ooh.
I've seen it fucking done, and it's perfect. The minute the Force goes through the wall in fucking, in one, and then it goes to the part in Evil Dead 2 where he's on the fucking helicopter yoke. Someone has really well cut it really well. The only thing, obviously, you notice the age difference in Bruce, and then they cut it to they cut to where he's been brought to the vortex and straight into Army of Darkness. So it's a really good cut job.
Yeah. And they put together like at least
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's I haven't seen the whole thing because God, that's long. But I saw this guy just walking through the different to transition from one movie to the other, and it's really cool the way he's thought through it, and he has his own version of the intro because each of the Evil Dead movies has their own intro, so he just takes the bits
Oh
from.
shit, that was in the basement.
Very fitting for Evil Dead.
I know.
But yeah,
That's my baby. That's
Wait,
a deadite. He's a deadite.
Which Linda does he go with, Antro? Obviously, he has to go with the regular Linda, yeah? Or
yeah, I'm trying to remember. He I'll actually look it up now, but he does certain cuts to try and sort of hide the difference between the Lindas. But he goes with Linda from the first movie.
yeah, because like Bridget Fonda's Linda has like a fucking Spock bob. Like that's the most jarring difference between all of them. Like, you have what's her name, Bixley, Rachel Bixley. I think that's or Cassie Wesley. No, Cassie Wesley was Bobby Joe. Oh fuck it, I can't remember. But yeah, there's like 3 different fucking Lindas. The Linda from the first one reminds me of the actress who played fucking Eric Foreman's mom in the 70s show when she was younger. Sorry, I don't know where that came out of. No.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry, I've got something running through my head now. It just makes no sense.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've got Linda, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what a gem
So
is, Bill.
Linda sounds like lambda. And that's the house that Revenge of the Nerds belong to.
Oh. See, I feel
I don't know why. It just popped into my head.
No, it's
We're on
stuff
this
like that.
stream and I'm learning things. Like, this is what I needed. This is exactly what I needed today.
All right,
You're
so
learning
I'm looking at the edits, and not only does he just sync up things so that it'll transition from one movie seamlessly to another, he inserts other scenes because there are certain things from Evil Dead 2 in the beginning that obviously were already covered in the original Evil Dead. So he takes the flashback of the professor's experience and puts it on the tape when they're listening to it in the beginning of the original Evil Dead.
Oh, cool. That's clever. where they find Castle Kandar
Yeah.
in the book.
And he
I'm
also,
not.
oh, go ahead.
No, you go, Antro.
Yeah, and he just adds a little bit of the theatrical, the director's cut of Army of Darkness at the end, just in terms of how many drops of the sleeping liquid he takes and how long it takes for him to emerge from the cave, but he still ends with the theatrical ending.
Oh. So what? It's like a dream sequence. He thinks he's everything's all right, and then.
Well, he gets out of the cave and he's got the old man beard and everything, but then evidently I guess he gets a shave and then goes back to working at S.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't fully go with the apocalyptic ending.
No, because it wouldn't really work. He sort of, when he's doing his version of the intro, he frames it as the super extensive, long story he's telling to his coworker at S-Mart.
Oh, yeah, he's telling Pablo in fucking Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry.
Not Pablo, the guy in Army of Darkness.
Ted Raimi, sorry. Ted Raimi.
Yeah. And for that intro, he actually takes dialogue from one of the Evil Dead video games.
Wait, regenerate? Does it say which one? Regeneration, or Hail to the King, or Fistful of Boomstick, or?
He took the opening lines from Hail to the King.
Ah.
Hail
That's
to the king, baby.
Good set of survivors to go with.
Myself and a couple other guys are toying around with trying to make a Stargazer cut of 2018's Predator, and we also think we found the Ripley ending.
Yeah. No, wait. Yeah, I think so.
So we might try putting that together.
Cool.
Which still makes no sense. How the fuck Ripley would turn up in the end of that movie, but people are interested in seeing it. Oh,
It doesn't have to make sense. It's magic.
Exactly.
Plot convenience fairy. Poof. It's done.
I've always wanted to do a supercut of Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein and try to get those to sync up.
yeah, you could easily do that, could you?
Probably, but the thing is, one movie is completely void of music, and one of them has this lush orchestral score, and the Burgomaster is played by two different people. There's two different actresses playing Elizabeth, so there'd be some weirdness.
I might be able to actually take their sound recording and separate the music from the actual actors.
Cool.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Bride of Frankenstein wouldn't be the same without the music either, that's the thing.
I know, but if it helps, let's see if I can find it. If you look up Audacity online, it's a free app that you can get for your. It's a free audio program you can get for your computer.
Nice.
And with that one, you should be able to isolate all the sounds and separate the music from the lyrics, and then do a supercut.
Cool. The other thing about that is that the original Frankenstein, they tack on this little happy ending, but they completely disregard that in Bride of Frankenstein. But I think you could somehow take that shot of Henry resting in bed and reinsert it somewhere in the middle of Bride of Frankenstein, because he does recover eventually. I'm thinking too hard about this, but
It's kind
No,
of
Jennifer-
ironic. You're actually making a Frankenstein job of a Frankenstein movie.
yeah,
You're
Yeah.
basically watching.
movies.
And Jennifer Tucci says, great love story, great one love story in a movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Is
I think
it
you've got a
though?
really want me to play this one.
Bride of Frankenstein's bride fucking reacts to that detestment.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking tragic.
Well, she's a newborn. She doesn't know what's happening. She's obviously terrified.
And it's also based on the old adage of arranged marriages, which means he's a complete stranger. How is she supposed to get along with him if she has no feelings for him?
That fucking goose hiss she gives is
it's
absolutely nerve-shredding.
One.
Oh.
This is just not.
Cara, would there be ever a movie that you would want to, like, that you enjoyed it, but you enjoyed the deleted scenes and stuff, that you'd love to see it cut back in, or would you ever attempt to kind of cut the movie yourself and cobble them together?
I would say Boondock Saints. I like the additional scenes that they play when it airs on TV versus the theatrical cut.
Have you watched the documentary behind that fucking movie?
No, I haven't.
I've never seen that movie.
I enjoy it.
I like the picture on the movie cover. They're like,
Shit.
like I got to do the Lord's work, but I have to use a fucking 45 to do it. And he's got a dram of whiskey. Just a wee dram for the boys. They always get one. I don't care if it's before 11 o'clock. You tell these boys they get a dram of whiskey before they go out and do the Lord's work.
I used to like that movie, and then I watched the documentary, and then I was like, nah. Troy Duffy is and maybe it's what we're talking about earlier on. Should you separate the artist from the artist? Troy Duffy is an absolute fucking arse candle. The guy went pure fucking prima donna. He lost most of his friends. He lost his dealings with Miramax. He basically, Harvey Weinstein had that guy set for life, and his ego just fucking destroyed it. And I was like, oh man, it's hard to watch the movie after you watch the doc. Don't watch the documentary, Cara, after you like the movie.
Just a dram. Just a wee dram.
I was gonna say, it's as soon as I heard of Weinstein, I'm like, I don't need to know anymore.
Remember that documentary we saw about the making of the island of Dr. Moreau?
Yeah,
it's kind of
Oh my god,
the same way.
that
Like he got all
was
messed up.
insane.
Nobody ever wanted to work with him
That
again.
was brilliant.
It was
Yeah.
just like it wasn't almost not his fault, but at the same time, everybody's looking at you, Mr. Director,
Yeah.
and it was all in the tropics, and then it was the hurricanes.
And little
Yeah,
people.
the
Like,
thing is,
you want to talk about Lovecraft all over a movie, man? You got all these kind of they're dealing with
Yeah.
stuff that's unnatural, and it affects the movie almost in a spiritual. I kind of like it actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's one of those rare instances
Gotta
where
read
the
all
movie
that.
and almost the thematic aspect of the movie kind of go hand in hand, just like a good childbirth. It's like the woman always cries, but god damn it, man, it's a fucking even the baby's like you know, and that's what makes good fucking theater, man.
I just find that absolutely bizarre.
yeah, Cara, is it a boy or a girl?
I moved tears.
I
It's
forgot.
an
Well,
it.
that's just how I see it, man.
Get off of me, man.
Get off me, man.
God, man.
get off me!
Shit, man.
No, I get what you're saying. My thing is though with the Island of Dr. Moreau, it was just too many cooks fucked up that movie. Whereas the documentary on the Boondock Saints, that movie could have been so much better but just because of Troy Duffy, it was an absolute fucking
Too many cooks.
too many cooks. I love that. I love that video
Yeah.
of like the serial killer going around
Nobody
killing everyone.
cook will spoil the broth. So much love. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And then when it goes into like the likes of Falcon Crest and G.I. Joe and fucking
Oh, this is like I know when they go to space, like cook.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
and the
dude.
army of serial killer clones.
No, dude, don't get me started on that stuff. I'm sorry. What were we talking about? I'll never meet your hero because they just let you down. I think that's where we're at, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I
never,
can kind of agree with that.
Everyone lets you down.
never watch a documentary on Boondock Saints or you'll end up hating the movie.
Everyone
Right.
lets you down.
But going back to your original question, Marty, if there's a movie I'd like to see the deleted scenes put back into, I really want a R-rated cut of Willard,
Ooh,
the remake with Kristen Bell.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
So
because it's a really good movie, but they cut all of the really dark, gruesome stuff out of it.
No, I never knew that.
annoying.
And they cut the original bleak ending off of the movie, and they had him survive at the end instead of getting consumed by all of the rats, which I thought was a more fitting end. And they cut all of the gore out of the one death scene, and they cut a bunch of profanity that went with a lot of really funny jokes from Willard's boss. And because they wanted it to be a PG-13 horror movie, but we need the R-rated cut for it to really be what it was meant to be.
Like, it does fucking suck that a movie, it's like it's not given a chance on its own merits. It's usually some dudes in a fucking boardroom who like watch the original cut and they're like, oh, like be it that it's too gory. We want to get a bigger audience, or oh, it's too long. Cut an hour and a half, or cut a half an hour out of it. We want to get more asses in the
Well, that was
seats.
the thing with Willard. Every time they did a test screening, it did worse every time. They cut it differently.
Oh,
That was probably because the audience were like, what the fuck is going on? Why is it cut like this?
Yeah, well, the audience hated it every single time. They were just like, it's too slow, it's too slow, it's too slow. So they cut out a lot of actually really great film moments from the movie because people have no attention span.
Which is kind of a problem with some movies, because unfortunately you need the time to tell a story, and most people aren't willing to sit there and allow the story to unravel without an explosion here or a stabbing there.
Yeah, like there's a great moment between Willard and his coworker. They have a great conversation. There's a parallel between Socrates, the rat's mom dies, and Willard has to take the mom out in a black trash bag, and it parallels when Willard's mom dies later in the movie. But they cut that scene out of the movie so you don't get that parallel, and it's just there's so much good stuff that's not in the movie anymore. It's frustrating.
no, I never knew that.
Yeah, I'm obsessive, so I watch all the deleted scenes and everything every time I get a DVD. So
And there's no extended cut or an alternate cut that was actually ever released on DVD.
no, you can watch all the deleted scenes, but there's no R-rated cut of the movie, and there needs to be.
And what's the running time of the deleted scenes if you were to put them all together?
Like 20 minutes to half an hour.
You should give it a go, trying to cut it.
Maybe if I find the time.
Find me. I can't cover mouth, sorry.
It's alright.
I got this in the way!
Dog.
Hello, Ducky.
Too many cooks spoil the broth.
We like the little puppy dog. We like the
That
puppy dog.
that puppet cat struggling as its innards are falling out to try and get to the button to reset the fucking TV show. That was the best ending to that. I just did you see that, Deacon?
Wait, are there? My
Too
brain
many
goes boom.
cooks.
No, I haven't.
It's an Adult Swim kind of sketch music video. I don't know how the
I
fuck.
like it how only me and Trash and you know about it. So people are like, "What the hell is he saying?" Every time we could spoil it. Too many cooks.
I'm one
spoiling
of
the
those.
broth. You have no idea.
I'm one of those.
Cook, man. You know. It's
Oh,
too many
don't worry. I'm one of those people that will probably watch it later.
They have no
brilliant.
idea. They
Basically,
have no idea.
basically, this virus goes through an intro and then transforms into a serial killer who starts to murder other intros.
Like
And then it just fucks everything up. People start turning into credits, and the credits start turning into
it's a video that it's like a snake eating itself. That's
yeah,
what-
it's
that's what you
so
say.
boring.
It goes on and on, but it's going, but you feel it end, but it keeps going like too many cooks, you know, and
The-
it's
The bit,
over,
the bit with
you know,
the,
or
the
Uber.
bit with the doctor who's like, look, is treating one of the characters. He's like, this is the most dangerous, infectious version of enteritis I've ever seen. And then his name starts floating in front of him, and he's like, "Kill me, please, kill."
You gotta
I
check
can't
it
do
out.
justice.
It's morbid. That's the thing about it. Like
That's why it's fun.
like a horror fan community would love it.
Yeah,
Like, check it out.
I'm very intrigued. I need to
Yeah, like go to you like on like it, and you have to something you kind of want to sip to yourself. You got to. It's like 10 minutes long, so it's not something you want to do right now or do it later when you got yourself all comfortable and you got your pet stuffed or heart beating, doesn't matter, and you lay
or a
down in
tub of
bed
ice cream.
and a tub of ice cream and you kind of just you go. I'm going to go to YouTube.com. I'm going to type in Too Many Cooks Adult Swim. And I'm going to see what the hell these guys are talking about. And then
Guys,
you'll be singing
have
that
you-
song, man.
have you watched Hug Me, I'm Scared?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Yeah.
That is
That's,
fucked up.
did you suss out who the villain is in the end?
Corrupt intervention.
Is that the right one?
I watched all the conspiracy theory videos, so I kind of
Yes.
knew already.
Yeah, that's
It's
But I
television.
know, like, I mean, that's the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's television. Television is the thing that's killing kids' imagination. And
Yeah,
that's the enemy
yeah.
in the video.
It's the
That's the character who
anti-Sesame
appears in the
Street.
background.
Green is not a creative color.
I'm a computer guy. Count the 50 in the blink of an eye. Don't touch me. I thought that was fucking.
Yeah,
that's
I
fucking-
love that they're like, how can we learn all about the world? And like the globe has this huge, bright smile on its face, and it's about to tell them all about everything. And then the computer just starts talking over it. The globe never gets a song.
Yeah, and it's just the computer is just so loud and aggressive.
It's
Don't
so-
touch me.
Yeah.
Digital.
I'm trying to remember. There's other bits in that I really, really love. What was the second episode?
Oh, that was the kind of Wicker Man thing where it was supposed to be about nature, but they ended up worshipping this stone idol that you had to feed coal. It was
I've
fucking
forgotten,
weird.
I've forgotten about that one. It's the notepad and the computer for me, and then the cooking one later, which is a nightmare in its own way.
Oh yeah, that where the duck realizes
Yeah.
he's eating his own intestines.
Mm-hmm. And then I love the final episode where Yellow Guy is just done with everything.
Oh yeah.
He does not want to learn anymore.
But the thing is, they managed to reset it, so
Yeah.
he's forgotten. So it's just a cycle that's going to be perpetrating over and over again. It's a fucking Deacon. You should check it out, man. It's right up your alley, I think.
Oh, I've watched it. It's just I've done a quick search, and yeah, it's on Channel 4 in England.
Hmm.
It's actually been
I
given.
think some of the lads who worked on
No,
Monkey Dust
he's face
worked
camping.
on it
I
as
mean,
well.
like, straight up face camping.
My
It
favorite
looks
thing about
like
the final episode of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is when they're flipping through all of the different characters that they were going to get to eventually, and they get to
Wow,
the one
she's
that's
like-
like a model of
not
the
even being
universe,
subtle
and
about
it's
it.
singing this song about how planets live inside the moon, and it's just the stupidest lyric about space ever.
It's a weird fucking show.
It's great.
It's kind of like it's in the same, but it's a fun in the same.
Oh, speaking of puppets, Andrew, there is something you might find interesting. Have you seen a movie called Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
I have not.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
forget the
I'm
actor. He's
speaking
in
as
How I
well.
Met Your Mother.
I think she's
His
so
character
bad.
produces a puppet musical
Oh,
called
about the
it's
Dracula.
Dracula the musical
Yeah,
with puppets.
Dracula musical. It
Yeah.
goes, die, I can't.
The thing is, there's an isolated version of that entire musical online if you want to watch it, done with puppets.
And I
That's
swear unto Hades the world can.
And when I slay Van Helsing, I'm going to God.
I am Lord.
What I want to get my hands on is I know there are bootlegs on YouTube, but there is a Lestat the musical out there, and I need to watch it.
Yes, yes, there is.
With who?
Real. I can confirm this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but
Yes.
it looks like fun, if not terribly.
It got
Antichrist
canceled
accurate.
though. Like, such a bummer. Like, it didn't have a long run. It was a
Right.
super short run, and it was just like
Go
not
quick.
fair. Underappreciated.
So, is it based on the novel? Or are they fucking taking a thing
Yes.
out of the?
They actually consulted Anne Rice about it, so she was actually
Oh.
involved. Yeah, because she loves it. She's like, did they actually capture Lestat?
Louis, still whining, Louis. Are you
I-
done listening
Louis
to
whining.
listen to this for ages?
Have you heard enough?
I'm gonna give you the choice that I never had. It never had.
Yep, yeah, pretty much.
Karen, your fella has not only a fantastic beard but also an amazing voice. You're very lucky.
Why won't you?
Oh, my joints. I'm old. I'm fucking old.
Or you're telling
Oh, Christ. Question. Queenie, you
Answer.
might know, or quick. Thank you. Since Poppy Z Bright changed her gender and her name, does she still release? Have you ever heard of that author, Poppy Z Bright?
Oh yeah, I have a couple of her books, but I didn't know she changed her gender. So
She
That's
transitioned to
cool.
a man, and I'm
Oh.
just wondering, is she still releasing?
she's probably
books?
still writing. I just don't know because I'm out of the loop.
Sorry.
Yeah,
right.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know because I'm out of the loop with that.
okay. For a second there, I thought they were still talking about Anne Rice. I was like, whoa.
I could talk about Anne Rice all day, every day.
Oh yeah, my school's librarian was like,
I was
"Oh,
that
I see
kid."
that you like vampires. Here are all of my Anne
I
Rice
went to
books. Have
Catholic school,
fun."
okay? I had some angst, all right? I had shit to work out. That was like the Backstreet Boys to me, okay?
Yeah.
Anne Rice was my Backstreet Boys.
I forced myself to read through all of the Mayfair Witches books, which
They were
was
so
not
good.
easy. They're really good, but they're not easy to read. They're really,
No. So long. Oh,
they're
man.
so long, and there's so much incest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of weirdness in that family. Hmm.
What
The thing
heartbreaking
is,
is you can cut it out. It's important to the plot, but it's
are those,
Oh, you never
Yeah.
cut out the incest.
are those Andrew? Are those characters
What would the
like?
Bible
are they
be
just
without
like
incest?
Romans? Are they? Were they? Is it part? Is it a kind of offshoot of the Anne Rice kind of novels? Yeah.
the Mayfair Witches. Yeah, there are links between the Vampire Chronicles and the Mayfair Witches series.
So some of the characters in that would have been gone back as old as Pandora, so you could have had characters from ancient Rome, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that might explain the kind of incestual plot line.
Right.
Dude,
But,
it goes further back than that.
yeah, and it keeps going on because in Taltos, the final book, I'm trying to remember, but the main character, who is like so young, just keeps trying to see how many members of her family tree she can have sex with, and that's like her whole thing at the beginning of the book.
Well, that's a
Well,
topic
that's
you
when
could
you're
do.
right to the family reunion right there. Like I'm making
Yeah,
it real.
yeah, but-
But-
Literally a
but-
family reunion at the beginning of the book. She's going around seeing how many people she can have
That's
sex
my
with.
favorite
Yeah,
person.
but here's the thing, though, Andrew. You also have to take into regard that there isn't that many immortals that someone could copulate with, and like you would probably have to fucking kind of like you get lonely, and
Right.
you would get like an urge like that. If I'm fucking not justifying fucking incest or anything, but like in the realm of the fucking story and the characters, the fact that they're immortal and such.
Right. But it's weird because she's so young and she has sex with one of the main characters that we've been following through most of the books, and he's much older and he's married, and it's really uncomfortable. And then she becomes pregnant with this creature, and it's
Have you guys seen an Irish horror movie with after forgetting her name? It's directed by Neil Jordan. It's a vampire movie, Byzantium, with Saoirse Ronan and who's the other chick? Who's the other one? She was in Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. Gemma Arterton. Have you seen it, Andrew?
I've heard it's really good, but I haven't seen it.
I definitely think you'd enjoy it. Cara, have you seen Byzantium with Saoirse Ronan and Gemma Arterton?
I've only seen it once. I don't really remember the story too well.
It's a mother and daughter vampire, and they're living in contemporary times, and it kind of goes to, it shows you think the mother vampire is an absolute bitch, and then it has flashbacks to stuff she had to do to protect her daughter, and it's a really good fucking movie. I think it's a vampire movie that doesn't get half enough fucking credit that it deserves.
You never heard of that, sweetie?
Yeah, I've only seen it once though. It kind of goes back to like being a period piece in some points, I think.
Yeah.
And the mom's also working as a prostitute, I think, at one point in the film.
Vampy prostitute. Oh, wow. Gotta show
Maybe
the
I have my
daughter.
movies confused.
Am I
No,
getting-
you're right. She is.
Oh, okay.
So she teaches her daughter that?
No.
Oh, man.
She's
Yeah.
resorted to a particular
okay.
lifestyle in order to protect her daughter.
Okay, yeah.
And I think in the vampirism isn't transferred genetically, so when her daughter is born, she's born human. And
Oh, that's
the
how they
society,
do that.
the society, the
Still could've
society
knocked it down.
that
Vampires.
they are all male. Sorry, I'm reading something here at the corner of my screen. The society that are all male, so she makes a deal with one of them in order to change, so she can change her daughter. So it's like she has a big sacrifice to make. She's not being a bitch. She doesn't want immortality. She's doing it to protect her daughter.
So they do that, like almost like the anti-Twilight.
Very much so.
Very much so.
Sorry, just
Is Deacon, is he praying?
No, he wants to add something to the comment.
Oh, he's raising his hand. Oh, that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, everybody.
Yeah, no. It's just
I
my way of
was-
getting attention.
I
So I
don't
don't
Oh, I
know.
have
interrupt
to
the
go. I'm sorry.
conversation.
Night.
Before you go, Anthro, this is for you. I've done some research. Unfortunately, the DVD of the show is not available anywhere. It's not likely to ever be available. But AMC have acquired the rights to make a TV series and a series of movies based on the Vampire Diaries.
The Vampire Diaries?
Oh, sorry. You know what I mean. The Vampire
The Vampire
Chronicles.
Chronicles.
Yeah.
See, because the thing is, because I watched the Vampire Diaries because I was about to flip modes.
Yeah. Sorry. Vampire Chronicles.
Yeah, my sister is watching the Vampire Diaries right now, and I find myself sucked into it sometimes because
Like when I was
Oh, I thought
watching it,
like-
I was having a love-hate relationship with it. But the thing is, it was the lore is, yeah, it's better to like when I watched it, I was understanding it, watching it at the time because you have to understand the vampire thing at the time was real big, especially with the vampire novels. Like when Twilight came out, like it was like a floodgates, literally and figuratively. It like boom, it just hit. It came to baptize all the boys. Like you're either like learning something or not. Get on this train. You need to start learning this stuff. You almost need to go buy a copy at Walmart, read it. So when you go to when she comes up to you, have some like it's the first coffee date, and right talking about a book.
I agree. I mean, it's kind of like it was the opening to chick romance, kind of like you had True Blood at the time, Vampire Diaries,
But
Twilight.
this book was about love, and if you could, and if a guy understood it like that, he could use it and find love himself through the book. So you're doing it kind of meta, like.
Or you could just run a long con.
Well, I mean, oof. I mean, I'm trying to be romantic. You know what? Guys, I've tried everything. You know, just
If all else fails, take big heavy book, smack across head, drag.
Dude, you were flying too close to the White House and you got shot down.
I've got to go.
Like, during the time, it was
Not
very.
from not from Banthor. But I thought I'd let you know so you didn't try searching. See you soon.
Like, you know,
Bye.
Vampire Diaries fulfilled a certain kind of. Oh, he's splitting, dude. Sorry,
And
Are
it,
people getting mad at
and it-
us?
and it's down to 3.5.
late. Actually, like it's
Coming up on 10.
yeah, it's like 10 o'clock on a Thursday. We have to remember because we've been
Yeah, it's right. It's a weekday.
like we've been taking the
2
day
hours.
took a week off. So like yeah, it is Thursday, isn't it? Yeah.
You think it's late where you are. Guess what time it's for
Yeah,
me?
that's what I'm saying. Like yeah. You know, it's like-
4 a.m. La 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 la. 4 a.m. La 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 la.
these are the real members though.
Ow.
You can see,
Ow.
you can see it's affecting Trash. He's been sitting there for too long. His whole body's going creak.
Yeah, no, it is. I'm literally gonna fuse to the fucking chair. Cara, I might dust off.
Alrighty,
It's coming
yes.
up on 4. But
Yeah,
thanks
like,
for having
like-
me on.
Yeah, he got off right at the hour too. Like it
Yeah,
seems right.
yeah.
Like no, like he's
Yeah.
2 hours. It's about to come in 2 hours. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
No, I think
Oh man.
it was fun
Like
chatting.
everybody was at the
I'm-
top form today. Tip top, gentlemen. Tip top.
Here, before I go, dude, let me have a look at that sexy beard again. Here, come on. Here's a fucking go. See, that's what I inspire.
Bottle it.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
hey,
I
put
thought
your
you
hand-
I
you
thought
need to
put
come back,
fucking
put your hand
Orloff
behind it and
beard.
do that.
I
Come back,
can't.
put your hand behind your beard and do that. There
do
we
the
go.
noses.
Yeah, there you
Right.
go. So that way we can see, oh yeah, all the hairs.
Down the
Honest to God, man, it looks like you're wearing a fake beard.
Right,
But
yeah,
it looks
with
like
my
fucking business,
staff,
man.
I hold everything.
Oh, here, you do the thing I do and see how many coins you can get in it.
With my mighty rod, Aaron, I bring like who's I can't.
See,
do
if
it.
you're ever lost at sea, all you got to do is dunk your head and you get your fish caught in there.
I gotta practice it. But gentlemen, what can I say? It was pretty good. It was pretty fun.
No, it's
Dude,
been a
you
pleasure.
have to do the comb challenge with that fucking beard though.
The who?
I don't
The comb challenge.
know.
You gotta see
See-
how many
see-
combs you can stick in the beard.
You what?
See how many comb.
You can't-
See how many comb. You know, you brush your beard with a comb. You see how many combs you can stick into your beard before they start falling out?
I can get
Oh.
3.
I've
You
never-
could probably get 6, maybe 8.
I don't know. Like I never heard of that.
You've never tried it. It's great
No.
fucking fun. Just fucking stick 6, 7 combs into your beard and just have them hanging there.
But the thing is, like, my hair is it's a lot finer than it looks, and everything.
Oh, you're just fucking showing off now. I get it.
Like,
I get it.
it's
I'm a
like-
dirty Irishman with a dirty fucking shaggy beard. Brand, that's it. Jesus Christ, man. I have feelings other than hunger, okay?
But I'll try to find some cold and see what I can do, gentlemen.
Not a problem. But it was a pleasure, and
It's
thanks
been
for having us.
it's been an absolute pleasure, gentlemen.
Thanks, Mel.
Night,
All right.
everybody.
Good night.
And
All right, thanks for dropping by.
have a good
Bye.
one.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty, and we will talk to you later then.
Boom.
Night.
Night. Ooh. Ah, how do I do this?